Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I am starting my vision board today, finally, in March. There is a reason why I'm doing it in March, and I'll talk a little bit about it a little bit later. I'm getting my stuff situated. I think I'm gonna start kind of panning out how I want it to look. So I have all my pictures here, all my supplies. I'm using this big ass canvas. Last year I used like a poster board, which I loved, but it wasn't like strong enough. Like it was just too flimsy. So this year I was like, I'm gonna do something a little bit more permanent, and I'm actually gonna put this one up on the wall. So I already have like a spot for it in my room and everything. So I'm really excited about that. That's why she's so big. And I'm gonna show you all my pictures. Okay, so I broke out my pictures in categories. This one has to do with like cash flow, multiple streams of income, bouginess. This one has to do with like doing things that I love and getting like paid for it, and like little quotes to kind of like remind me about that. This one has to do with home decor, manifesting my dream apartment, dream house, yada yada yada, dream space. This one has to do with traveling, seeing like nice sceneries and stuff. That one's fun. This one has to do with soul family, soul tribe, and like aligning with the people that I love. Look at this one. Things like that. And then this one has to do with spirituality and how I like kind of express myself. So there's quotes, fashion, things that kind of remind me of like being in love with myself and loving myself. And then these are just like miscellaneous pictures, more like vibes and stuff and things I just really like. So I may or may not find places for those. But yeah, those are my categories. And then I'm gonna kind of organize it on the board as far as like how I wanna write it out. I'm still trying to visualize how I want it to like show up on the board. So I'm gonna play around a little bit with that. I have a feeling though that I'm not gonna finish my vision board right now. I have a call in like 45 minutes, and then I have to make my way up to a friend's house for another event. So I kind of want to get started on it today, but I know that I'm probably not going to finish it today. Probably tomorrow. So it's gonna be a 2-day project. But I really wanted to get it done this week in time for like spring equinox. So I'm making an effort to start now. So let's get into it. So I think I'm gonna do like financials and stuff on this side, because I feel like between financials and doing what I love, and then traveling and home decor, those are like my biggest sections. So I'm gonna do them off. This is how I do the board. So I think this is going to be like the basic foundation of my board. Some of these pictures are gonna get cut up, so they're not gonna be as big, and I think I'm gonna like overlap some of them to make some more room. I feel like the quotes are probably gonna be like the last thing I put on the board, because those are like more most important to me as far as like keeping mental note of certain things. I wanted to share a little bit about why I do my vision boards in the spring or in March rather than in the beginning of the year. I like to align my New Year's resolutions or like my high manifestation, like my high ticketed items, with the seasons of the year. So spring equinox just passed, and so it's this energy of like new beginnings, new blossomings. It also begins the astrological year. So we're coming into spring, we're starting the new astrological year. It's a lot of energy around, again, manifestation, bringing in new things, where we let go of things that we no longer want to hold on to, moving into this new astrological year, into this new season, and then wrote out the things that we want to replace it with. And so my vision board is like kind of in alignment with that, in the sense of like I really want to focus and like put a lot of energy into the things that I want to pay more attention to, where energy goes where your mind flows. Is that how it goes? Energy flows. Energy goes where your mind flows. You know what I'm trying to say? So just trying to get into the mindset or maintaining the mindset of what I'm working on this year in 2024. It's the year of the dragon as well. So again, like a lot of momentum, a lot of change, in 2024 period. And so we are staying on the positivity note, staying on a high note, and this is going to be no different. So I hope that gives a good little insight into why I do my vision boards later on in the year. And yeah, we're about to get into it. So my first section here, it has to do with money, and it has to do with making money doing what I love. That's super important to me. If you've watched any of my older videos, I quit my job in August of 2023. So I used to be an accountant. Although it was very beneficial in the sense of growing my career corporately, it just wasn't in the direction that I wanted it to be. I didn't feel fulfilled in doing what I was doing, and that was a really big issue for me. And that it felt like a chore to wake up every morning. I wasn't excited to go to work. I wasn't excited to do what I wanted to do, and I just didn't feel like the life I wanted to live. And so I quit my job, and then going through that process, I feel that there's a lot of people who feel that way, especially in our generation. We've kind of been fed this narrative of oh, if you go to school, go to work, building the skills to be able to retire at a certain age and be taken care of. And I'm finding that it's just not that. We think that we're chasing the dream, or we think that we're living the American dream. And in reality, nobody even asked us what our dream was, is how I feel. And so, and going through all that, and then having that little epiphany for myself, and feeling I never really was given the opportunity or the chance to really stand on what it is that I want and what is it that I see for myself. I took it as an opportunity to focus on that. When I quit my job in August, I started a business. I decided to go into life coaching and mentorship for people around my age who want to do the same thing, who are either questioning their life path, questioning their career path, and want a space to be able to explore that, to be able to go after what they really want to do and understand what that looks like for them. And so now I'm able to do it for other people. And something that I love to do, amongst other things. I also do marketing for a gym, which I love. It's so much fun. It's basically content creation with meatheads. It's so fun. I love working there. So I do things like that, and I content create on my own time. So right now, everything that I do is purely things that I want to do, things that I love to do, things that I can pour my heart into, and it makes it worth it all the time. We talk about this idea of wealth, and it's yes, although this one. Although I desire financial security and wealth, and I believe that I am building the empire to do that, I think that wealth comes in so many different ways. And I feel for me, when I embody wealth in so many different aspects, whether it be the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, by aligning them all, I'm only going to be more fulfilled. And I'm finding that the more I embody that energy, the more that it becomes true for myself. So that is where my first section spawns from. And the idea of generating financial security while also being fulfilled in what I do and everything that I do, and being able to put my heart into everything. And it is so effortless because these are all things that align with me, with my purpose, and who I am growing to be each and every day. So I went through and I trimmed everything, and I feel like they gave me a lot more room. So I'm not gonna add any pictures. I'm just gonna kind of space it out to my liking again. I'm gonna talk about the next section of my board. So the next section has to do with home decor and traveling. For this year, it's more about feelings that I want to embody versus actual places I want to go. So if I had to give you a list of all the places I want to travel, I would love to travel to Egypt. I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Japan. There's a lot of places that I really want to check out and travel to. And also, when it comes to traveling or my home space, I like to embody this very comfortable, scenic, green essence, if that makes sense. So you'll see that a lot of these pictures kind of embody that. A lot of plants, a lot of nature. I love exploring the indigenous side of places. Love cities as well, but I love countryside. I think they're super cool. So this gives me the feeling of green, nature, being surrounded by mother nature. And so I want that in my traveling and in my home space as well. And that's kind of what I'm trying to capture here. So that's what's really important to me as well. We're about to start gluing these things in. And so I feel what I'm gonna do with these quotes, I'm gonna paste down everything and then put the quotes kind of on top of pictures. I think I'm gonna start on this side first. apply my hair. I am in the middle of taking it out. Like, you know how like you're doing something, right? Like I was doing my hair, and then I like came upstairs because I was doing something else. Like I had to come get something, and then I forgot to send an email, so I took care of that. And then while I was in my office sending my email, I was like, let me put my vision board up, because I was sitting on it for a couple days just to make sure I didn't want to add nothing. But I'm like, nothing has come to me in the past 3 days, so let me just put it up. So now we're doing this so I can close out this video. But I'm in the middle of filming another video, which is why my hair is like this. So yeah, my 2024 vision board. I adore it. I love my vision board so much. I really feel like it may be for 2024, and also because there's like nothing necessarily tying it to the year, I might just use it as artwork moving forward. And I think what I'll do is I'll do like 2 on the corners and 1 at the bottom, just because she's kind of a big girl, you know, big girl with big dreams. But yeah, anyway, I'm filming this during, whoa, sorry, I just got this crazy ass text. You see, when you start connecting yourselves or aligning yourselves with people, I'm a business owner, right? I've connected myself with a lot of other business owners, and I'm a fairly new business owner, like under a year. And so sometimes I'll be talking to other business owners for like their opinion on something, or I do a lot of freelance work, so like I might help somebody with something, and as you're like working with them, you learn so much. And so I did my own research about something, and then I went and told the person that I was working with, and they were like, yeah, well actually, and it's a beautiful thing, right? Because it's like on one hand I'm like, damn, like I would have never known that if I didn't like go through these opportunities and like network and put myself in certain positions. And then you just get so surprised about like just so many things in the industry, how much money people are making, how much money people are making doing things that you would never think you can make money on, for real. But anyway, we're gonna put this up. Let's put her up. So I like straight. And put it straight. Like, make sure it's all in there. I really do love it. It's making me a little bit emotional. I already know, like, there's been so many things, and I can't wait to like reflect back on this year and talk about like this time, for all the growth and all the like amazing things that are happening now, and the things that I can only like dream of. I know I look crazy right now, so I can only imagine what this is gonna be like editing back. But anyway, I'm just super excited. I'm super excited for the year. Career-wise, love-wise, like relationship-wise, self-confident, love-wise, spiritually wise. I'm really excited, and it's really something that I can only like imagine certain things. And the thing is like when I envisioned part of my year at this point already, it didn't even look this way, in a good way. And so I can only imagine what it's going to look like at the end of the year and this time next year when I'm making this video again. What will change, what will my new goals be, what will I have learned this year. It's just a lot of really fun things that I know are brewing right now, a lot of really cool things that I'm getting into right now, and a lot of opportunities I really see for myself. And so I'm just excited. I'm so grateful and I'm so excited. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you next time.